When the first hour ends, the world does not stabilize. It enters a slower, quieter, and far more lethal phase. The next 24 hours decide whether you die from exposure, dehydration, human error, or indirect violence. This block covers what to do immediately after the first hour, when panic fades and bad decisions begin to feel reasonable. Rule number 1. Do not leave too early. Radiation does not disappear because the noise stops, decays over time. The first hours are still extremely dangerous. Every minute outside increases your accumulated dose. Accumulated dose is what kills, not a single moment of exposure. If you survive the first hour, the absolute priority is staying isolated. Not forever, just long enough. The more time you remain protected, the higher your real chances of staying alive. Most post-impact deaths happen because people leave too early to look for information, family members, or supplies. They believe they need to act. They believe staying still is wasting time. The opposite is true. Time spent staying put is protection. Rule number 2. Air is the invisible enemy. Even inside shelter, air can become a problem. Radioactive dust settles on external surfaces and can be pulled inside through improper circulation. Fans, exhaust systems, and automatic ventilation should remain off. You do not need fresh air. You need clean air. Most residential spaces can sustain safe breathing for many hours without external airflow, as long as doors and gaps are sealed. Opening a window for a few seconds can destroy hours of accumulated protection. If minimal ventilation becomes necessary, it should only occur after many hours and only if there are no visible signs of dust outside. Even then, it is a calculated risk, not a habit. Rule number 3. Basic decontamination saves lives. If you are outside during or shortly after impact, your clothing is a problem. Fabric traps particles. Those particles continue to irradiate while close to your body. The correct procedure is simple. Remove outer layers of clothing. Place them in a bag, box, or isolated corner. Do not shake them. Do not scrub them. Just remove them. Wash hands, face, and exposed skin with water if available. Regular soap is sufficient. Do not use conditioner, creams, or oils. These bind particles to the skin. This process drastically reduces the dose you receive over the following hours. Rule number 4. Water management matters. You have already collected water. Now you must manage it. The common mistake is drinking too much out of anxiety. The opposite mistake is drinking too little out of fear. Neither works. Small, regular intake is better than large, spaced consumption. Avoid unnecessary physical effort. Movement increases dehydration and oxygen consumption. Do not eat dry food without sufficient water. Digestion without proper hydration accelerates physical collapse. The first 24 hours do not require strength. They require discipline. During this period, the greatest risk is not the external event. It is the false sense of control. Surviving this long does not mean you are safe. It only means you have not made enough mistakes yet. In the next hours, silence tests your mind. Boredom pushes bad decisions. Curiosity convinces you to break simple rules. Do not negotiate with these impulses. Write tasks down. Track time. Observe your body. Rest when possible. Keep lighting low. Save battery power. Prepare to receive official instructions later. Survival now is about waiting correctly, not doing something impressive. After the first hours, something changes inside people. Raw fear fades. Adrenaline drops. The brain tries to return to normal. This is when most survivors make their final mistake. They begin to improvise. Rule number 5. Unnecessary movement kills slowly. During the first 24 hours, your body is still accumulating residual radiation dose. Even low levels continue damaging cells, organs, and the immune system. Every unnecessary movement outside adds risk. Every exit wastes time, water, and energy. The common error is believing that quick trips reduce exposure. In reality, they increase it. The external environment remains contaminated. Invisible dust stays on surfaces, streets, and structures. Walking stirs particles. Faster breathing increases absorption. The body does not feel immediate damage, but it is happening. If you do not need to leave, do not leave. Rule number 6. Incomplete information is more dangerous than ignorance. After several hours, messages start circulating. Rumors, supposed warnings. People claiming the situation is under control or already over. A tired mind wants to believe this. Do not trust unofficial sources. Do not trust forwarded messages. Do not trust isolated reports. Disinformation grows precisely when communication returns in unstable form. The only information that matters comes from official emergency channels, government broadcasts, or recognized local authorities. Even then, treat instructions cautiously. Many guidelines are generic and do not account for your specific situation. If there is no clear and direct order to evacuate immediately, staying protected remains the least bad option. Rule number 7. Human behavior shifts under prolonged stress. Within the first 24 hours, behavior becomes unpredictable. Some shut down. Others become aggressive. Some try to help indiscriminately. Others act purely out of self-interest. If you are with others, establish simple rules, minimal conversation, clear tasks, no long debates, no emotional group decisions. A group only functions with basic discipline. If you are alone, the risk is mental. Prolonged silence creates anxiety. Anxiety leads to unnecessary action. To prevent this, create routine. Track time. Set schedules for eating, drinking, resting, and listening to radio. Routine reduces mistakes. Rule number 8. Hygiene is not comfort. It is survival. Contamination does not kill only through radiation. Infections, untreated wounds, and simple illnesses become fatal when medical systems fail. Keep the environment as clean as possible. Wash hands when needed without wasting water. Treat small injuries immediately. Avoid contact with contaminated external surfaces. Do not bring outside clothing into the main space. Separate areas, even crudely. Simple organization reduces cumulative risk. Rule number 9. The body requires real rest. Poor sleep destroys judgment. Bad judgment leads to fatal decisions. Even in uncomfortable conditions, rest is essential. Reduce stimuli. Keep lighting low. Avoid excessive information intake. A body locked in constant alert collapses faster than the environment around it. The first 24 hours are not about heroism. They are about avoiding progressive errors. Those who die during this period rarely die from explosions or structural collapse. They die from fatigue, anxiety, curiosity, and overconfidence. Surviving this long does not mean victory. It only means you have not sabotaged yourself yet. The first 24 hours do not end with an announcement. They end with exhaustion. Physical, mental, emotional. This is when people confuse survival with adaptation. Rule number 10. Do not confuse silence with safety. The absence of explosions, sirens, or visible movement does not mean the environment is safe. It only means the event has entered another phase. Radiation remains. Resources remain limited. Authority remains absent. The fatal mistake is relaxing too early. If you survive this far, your advantage is not strength or preparation, 'tis discipline. And discipline only works while rules continue to be followed even when they feel excessive. Rule number 11. Evacuating without clear orders is slow suicide. The urge to leave grows with time. Staying still is exhausting. Shelter feels claustrophobic. The world calls, but leaving without direction, reliable information, or immediate necessity exposes you to cumulative risks that cannot be reversed. Evacuation only makes sense when there is a clear, official order or a direct threat to your shelter. Otherwise, remaining protected is still the least dangerous decision. Rule number 12. The greatest danger now is yourself. After an entire day under stress, the body seeks relief. The mind looks for justification. Small deviations become habits. Habits become errors. Errors become consequences. You do not need to be brave. You need to be predictable. Eat little. Drink regularly. Rest. Avoid arguments. Avoid major decisions. The goal is not to solve the future. It is to stay alive long enough to reach it. Surviving the first 24 hours guarantees nothing, but failing them guarantees the end. Collapse does not kill everyone at once. It removes the rushed, the curious, and the exhausted first. If you made it this far, there is still an after. But that after demands a different logic, a different pace, and a different kind of threat. If you want to know what happens after the first day, make that clear. This is the point where the world begins to reorganize. And it does not always do so in a human way.